With facilities operating in more than 90 countries around the world, now, more than ever, Baker Hughes is committed to establishing an interdependent safety culture throughout the entire organization. Richard Godfrey, Vice President of HSE for U.S. Land, recently toured the Baker Hughes Artificial Lift Repair and Maintenance Facility in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Ron Neal and his leadership team have put in place one of the finest examples of an interdependent safety culture anywhere in the organization. Over the past 2 years, new ideas were implemented and a culture of safety helped revive a once aging R&M plant.
Tell me what this place looked like just 2 years ago. How would you describe it?
From my standpoint, anybody that's been in a machine shop, a factory environment that's 45 years old, you would expect to see it dark and dingy, poorly lit, greasy, grimy, congested, and a lot of employees just viewing that as the norm and not paying attention. That's what this place was just 2 years ago or less. This building right now is around 45 years old. It doesn't look like a 45-year-old building, but a year and a half ago, a year ago, it looked like a 45-year-old building. It was dark, the lighting was outdated, the attitude of the employees reflected it. We decided to start cleaning the facility up and making it brighter and doing our 5S events and looking at outdated tooling. And as we went through and started cleaning the shop and laying the shop out differently, we started getting efficiency gains and the attitude of the employees changed. And it started picking up momentum. To this day, we're still working on various areas and trying to improve what we're doing in this facility. When we started this process, the employees really felt that they were under pressure to hit a production rate and to build their product, get it on the truck and get it out the door on time. Safety, productivity, profits, all were secondary to them. And what we had to do, we instilled into the managers and the supervisors of this facility that safety was the #1 driver here. We had a meeting and it was almost a revival. The day, I remember the day we did it, we brought them all in the cafeteria, fed them lunch, and I was actually stomping my feet on the ground and telling them that they need to take ownership and possession of this facility. This facility was theirs. I won't be here forever, the managers won't be here forever, but the culture needs to be ingrained in these employees. They need to embrace this. They need to drive the safety culture of this facility. And what we do and how we do it is dependent upon them.
One of the most surprising things about the changes made to the Tulsa facility is that many of them are simple. Oftentimes, it can be the smaller things that act as a catalyst in bringing about real change in the culture of the workplace.
Ron, as we walk through here, tell me about the lighting, because as I look at this facility, it's a very brightly lit facility, very impressive. You go to a lot of facilities and they're not nearly as bright as this. How did you come to this point with the lighting here? What were some of the decisions that you and your team made?
We worked with our facilities group, and as we did the lighting, we discovered how dingy the old lighting was. And so as we saw one area that was much better, the attitude of the employees was much better, and they really liked it. Then the population of this entire plant kept saying, what about my area, what about my area? So we just kept working with the facilities group. It became a lot safer environment. You can see better. It highlighted some of the dinginess of the walls and the cranes and the beams. So again,
more efficient lighting, less cost, more light in the workplace,
and you know,
happier
employees. The employees are much happier and content and comment about the bright lights. Our customers comment about it. Guests and vendors, contractors, when they come here, they're just impressed with how brightly lit this place is. If you notice, our floors are ground and polished. They're not slick like they look. It's tremendously cut down the amount of time we spent mopping and cleaning these floors and trying to get oil off the floor, and plus it looks aesthetically pleasing for a 45-year-old floor.
In addition to aesthetics, it's the dedication to cleanliness and good housekeeping that truly sets the Tulsa facility apart from the rest. For the Tulsa team, every day is a relentless pursuit of hazards and behaviors that could result in an incident. All employees participate on teams to find solutions to safety problems. That's an interdependent safety culture.
A year and a half ago, we would have avoided bringing you or any guest down this aisle. You would have seen inventory sticking out past this aisle. You would have seen trash protruding off these racks. We don't allow any of the baskets, anything to protrude in the aisles. No trip hazards, no catches as a forklift drives up and down here. Hard hats are required in this area, which they weren't in the past, but for obvious reasons, they're working with racks above them and inventory above them. The smaller parts are at the lower levels, the bigger baskets are at the higher level. We had some resistance from the supervisors and employees wearing hard hats in here. After we had the meeting, explained the reason why we would want to do that, they started wearing their hard hats, and it became so second nature that when they go into their breaks, their lunch, they still have their hard hat on. They don't even notice they're wearing it. That's just an indication of the safety culture change and the mindset the employees have now.
I see you have engineered shelves, you have backstops.
Backstops.
You have the shelves are secured to the floor, you have baskets, nothing protruding like you said.
Nothing's protruding, everything is weight rated.
Heavy stuff low, light stuff up above. And again, everything in baskets, no loose parts on shelves that can fall.
Yeah.
So this is an excellent example of what a warehouse should look like.
This is our motor test area. It used to be in a very congested, cluttered area. If you're testing a used motor and it shorts, it can actually arc and have a minor explosion where it would blow oil out of the oil sight tube. You can see there's a screen that they're behind now, a clear plexiglass screen where they're doing their testing. And moving this equipment over here was generated from a JSA and a near miss that happened a little over a year ago.
I have no doubt that with the culture in this facility, that employees know that it's okay to stop a job, that they know that there would be no retaliation or no negative consequences.
We literally have empowered these employees, and we had to prove it to them that they have the right to stop work anytime they want for any reason they want in this facility, whether it's their own work area, their entire department, or this entire facility. If an employee pulls out a stop work card or a stop work request, we stop working right there, right then. We have 7 teams in this facility, and every month they have an assignment, a safety assignment, and they collect points. They've designed these race cars. It's called Race for Safety. And every month they get to move their car a certain number of miles depending on the points that they get. And whoever leads at the end of each month, we take them out to lunch and celebrate the fact that they've won the race for that month. We give all of them a gift card of some significance, and what this does, it allows them to participate and have some competition and try to keep it fun.
And when the customers come in and they see this level of cleanliness, it has to have a positive impact on them and their perception of the company.
The customers have an entirely different perception of our product, and it diffuses some of their irritation. If a piece of equipment failed down in the well, they're coming here, sitting in the room, working in a clean environment, and they're like, wow, this is not as big a deal as I thought. You guys really do a good job.
As quality manager, how do you see the relationship between quality and safety here in this facility?
I think they go hand in hand. Once the culture's changed with the safety aspect, it's much easier to instill the quality.
So doing things the right way, whether it's safety or whether it's quality,
Doing the right
it's all the same
thing.
culture.
Absolutely, doing the right thing the first time, every time.
Historically at this facility, they had a full-time HSE person, so in part of this ensuring the engagement of our employees, We added the team-based safety here to get the employees up and involved in learning their roles and responsibilities. So it's not somebody necessarily having to be here to correct them daily. They're self-guided now at this point.
Every day, I'll come through and I'll do a walkabout and just walk the shop, talk to the employees. The managers come out and they walk and talk to the employees every day. We don't have to go out and say, clean that mess up, get that pile of debris out of here. The employees know what to do and they do it upon themselves.
We have a lot of resident employees that's been here for a long time, and anytime we have somebody new come on board, we ensure that they are put with a mentor and that mentor stays with them through their learning processes. And we have JSAs that tell them the safety points of their jobs, and we try to ensure that everybody knows what can hurt them when they're working on our equipment.
Not only is it important to change the existing culture of the workforce, it's also important that every new hire coming in also embraces and takes ownership in the safety culture.
Why the interdependent safety culture? It's the future. You know, it's where we're heading. It's the only way we're going to reduce our injury rates from where we are today.
I believe my role and all of these managers' role is to accept the cultural change, to believe in the cultural change, to know it is the right thing to do, it's the correct thing to do for the employees, and we go out and we have to live this on a daily basis. When we walk through the doors, when we come to work and we go out there, we even take it home with us.